Right, okay guys, so today's video is going to be a pickups video. Now one thing you'll notice is there's not a massive amount of stuff in this one. However, what I would say is it's quality over quantity. And as we go through this video, I'm sure you'll understand why. As per usual, I'm going to save the best till last, which means the gaming stuff is going to come last. And I think what I'll do is I'll start off with the film stuff, the movie stuff first, and we'll get to the gaming, because the gaming part's the best part in my opinion on this one, and you'll see why when we get to it. But anyway, let's start off with the films. So first off, I picked up a classic manga film here, Wicked City, which with an added bonus comes with Demon City, which I haven't seen. Wicked City I saw years ago when it was out on VHS, but I haven't seen Demon City. Now the reason I picked this up, obviously other than the fact it's on Blu-ray, was because the price had come down on this. This at one stage was going for 20 quid. And it came down to, where's my prices? £9.82 from Music Magpie. So I grabbed it. Bargain. I've already watched Wicked City. I still need to watch Demon City. But yeah, Wicked City does look stunning now in Blu-ray, in HD. I do remember back in the day it not looking so good on VHS. But it's still a really good cartoon. Very twisted because it is manga. This is what you expect, but very good. All I'm going to say is if you're into cops fighting demons, then this will be right up your street. So, yeah, it's a good film. It still holds up. It's worth getting, especially at £9.82 for both films. That's a bargain. Right, and then we go on to Gone in 60 Seconds. Now, this one's an interesting one. So I picked this up for £3 from CEX, £2.95 postage, so £5.95. The reason I picked it up was because on eBay people were charging well over that. I think the cheapest one at the time was a tenner at least. So I picked it up from CEX. I think people have now cottoned on to the price of it now on CEX, because I noticed that there are people now that are selling it for £6 and above on eBay, whereas they weren't before. So yeah, basically I grabbed this because it was cheaper, but if you look on eBay, there's not much difference now. The Martian, got this for £1. I do have this digitally, and I think it's the extended edition. I believe this one's just the normal version, but I saw it for £1. And as you know, guys, I'm trying to acquire everything on physical because I'm, you know, streaming's just crap for want of a better word, and so I got it. It was £1. It was well worth it, and that was in a charity shop. Again with this one, Paranormal Activity. We recently picked up the second one to show Connor because he hadn't seen them, and so when I saw the first one for £1 again, I thought I'd grab that so we can have a look at it. I think he has maybe already watched it, funny enough, on a streaming platform, but yeah, I wanted to get it physical. Again, like I say, I'd rather have these films physically. Right, then we're going to move on to some VHS. So first off, I picked up Lee Evans. Now, this one I remember back in the day, I've always been a big fan of Lee Evans, and this was what started it all, and it was this VHS that started it all, because this was his first live show released on VHS. And as you can see there, it says they're live at the West End. So when I saw this for, I think it was £3.93, I grabbed it. It was a bid on, so basically I got a nice cheeky bid in and it was mine. I've already watched it because it's great. This is how Lee Evans started. It's really good. I think in his later ones he wasn't as funny. But I mean, when I watched this, I remember rolling up and nothing's changed. So yeah, so I grabbed it. So that's Lee Evans on VHS. So then, as I was looking at that, I started looking at other things that I was a big fan of back in the day. And I came across these two VHS. And I'm going to show both together because I got these in a bundle. So as you'll see there, they're numbered 3 and 4. Now, these ones I wanted in particular because of the episodes that are on them. So you'll see there that one of them says Shadows, and then the other one says, see there, Ghost in the Machine. So these were good episodes that I really enjoyed back in the day. I don't want to give anything away, but one of them's about AI, if you like, and the other one's about I suppose, a guardian angel, really. I wasn't a massive fan of X-Files when it turned into basically Alien Show Weekly, because that's pretty much what it ended up being. It was UFOs every week. I liked it at the start when it was a bit of everything, and back then it really was, as you can tell by the 2 episodes I just described. So when I saw these in a bundle together, I grabbed them, and I got them for £6.89 for the pair, which I thought was a bargain. I've already watched them. They're great. Still look good. Still hold up. You know, you can't beat the old X-Files, can you? But while I was on my X-Files kick, I looked for something else that I remember being very fond of in the X-Files series, and that was this one, which was File 2 Tombs. It was a 2-part episode that they put together into a full-length feature film, if you like. So the 2 episodes became an hour and a half, and so when I saw this on there, and again, this was a good price also, I got this for £4.98. I grabbed this as well. And again, I've already watched this as well. So, and it still holds up as well. You can't beat the classic X-Files. And the last VHS I picked up, now this one, you'll know if you've watched my channel before that I'm a big fan of this film. It came up in my top 10 B movies. It's a film that I've been trying to get hold of, but you can't get hold of it unless you buy it on VHS in this country. And that is Evolver. And of course, the only way you can get it is in a big box ex-rental copy. This one's in very good condition. Now, what I should say is this generally goes for £15 and upwards. I did not pay that. I got this for £7.50, which is, you can tell, is probably the reason why I grabbed it, right? Yeah, £7.50 was a bargain. Now, it did have, when they showed the picture, it didn't have any signs of it, but it did have, which you'll now notice you can't see because I've cleaned it, there was a little patch of mould when it come through. And I can only put this down to the fact that it got lost for a while in transit, and it was obviously sitting in a cold warehouse. So that attracted a little bit of moulds for it. So I managed to clean that off, and the film's good as gold now. So it's a good film. If you've not watched Evolver, it's worth checking out. In fact, some of the ideas that were in Evolver later got nicked and were used in Small Soldiers. So if you've watched Small Soldiers and enjoyed it, you probably would enjoy this. And it's got the same guy, I forget his name now, something Delancey. He plays Q in Star Trek Next Generation. He's in this. So it's a good film. It's, you know, it is a B movie. You've got to accept it for what it is. But I would still argue that for a B movie, it's still better than a lot of the tripe we're getting now. So it's a good film, and if you've got a VHS player, pick it up. It's definitely worth getting. You won't be disappointed. Right, so that is all of the movie stuff out of the way. So now we can get on with some gaming stuff. So let's start small and work our way up. So first off, found this in a charity shop. Now, there's probably not really any reason to have this now. It's an Xbox keypad, Xbox 360 keypad. There's not really any reason to really own one of these now. However, I'd never actually seen one in real life, if you like. I hadn't seen one in person. I'd seen them on websites, things like that, but never actually owned one. So when I saw it for £3, I was like, do you know what? I might actually grab that, because I'm not going to use it. It's just a nice thing to just have, you know. I can't really explain it. You guys know I'm a big fan of the Xbox 360, and so when I saw this, which is something you don't see every day, I thought, you know, I'm going to get it. And for £3, it was well worth it. You know, I'm never going to use it, but I just wanted it. I can't really explain it, but you guys who collect stuff, you know what I'm on about here. Sometimes you just pick up random stuff just because, yeah. And that's what I did there. So then we found Rayman for £4. Now, I do think I've already got this, but this one was in really good condition. I would say that there's a possibility this has not been played. I mean, look at that manual. Look how crisp that looks. Looks really good. Sorry about that, guys. Someone come in the gate, and as you guys know, I've got a Jack Russell Chihuahua cross who just basically hears everything. She's got ears like satellite dishes, and then she just carries on barking the minute she hears a sound. So I had to cut it there. But as I was showing you, I was going through the Rayman game. Yeah, as you saw, the manual was nice and crisp. The case was in great condition, but also the disc is spotless. Look, I mean, there's nothing on that other than my fingerprints where I took it out. But look, nothing. It's clean. I don't think this game has ever been played. And so as a result, like I say, I think I've already got this. But when I saw it in this good condition for £4, I know that this is in better condition than the one I've got. So it was an upgrade. And, you know, I just grabbed it. You don't question it. You see a PS1 game for this price, in this condition, you get it. And while I saw that, I also got this, which is the Lego DC Supervillains, £2. As you guys know, I got an Xbox One not so long back, and I've been building up a small physical collection. You know, I saw this for £2. I thought, you know what, that'd be a good laugh to have a go on that. I haven't got any of the recent Lego games, so I thought, yeah, let's grab that and just have a little blast on it. And of course, it's DC. I like my comic stuff, so it's a perfect thing to grab, really. So for £2, it was well worth it. Now, moving off a charity shop just for a second, I also picked up this. Now, this is a K10. It's a budget handheld from China. Yes, it is an emulation device, and as you can see, there's not much to it. I am going to be covering this in a later video, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to cover some budget handhelds, you know, that are perfect for kids or people that just haven't got a lot of money to flash around. You know, your Miu Minis, and then when you go onto your Ambinics and all that, they're not cheap. They're expensive devices. So I wanted to cover something that's well within everybody's price range, let's just say. And this one might surprise you, but I'm going to be doing a video on this, purely on this. One thing I am going to say in this video, which kind of irritated me, was there's 3 different colours of this. Now, when I was ordering these off AliExpress, I ordered them in all 3 different colours. Why did you do that, Lee? Well, they were doing a deal on this, that if you bought 3, you got them all half price. So it meant that I was getting these for £6 each. So I ordered them in each individual colour. Did they come in each individual colour? No. One of them came in this colour, the rest all came in another colour. There was a black and blue one I wanted, and I didn't get it. So I thought, okay, we'll let that go. They're quite cheap. I'll just put in another order. So I ordered another 3, and I thought, right, this time, so they don't mess it up, I'll put them all in the black and blue colour. Did they come in that colour? No, they didn't. No, they came in exactly the same colour as the last ones. So I've got 5 all in that colour and 1 in this colour. So, as a result, I didn't get them in all 3 colours. I am kind of irritated, but we are talking about China here. You expect no less, right? Can't grumble too much when they're £6 each. However, what it has done is it's put me in a position now that I can gift some of these out, because obviously I've got quite a few of them through. And I know exactly who I'm going to give them to. So, and I'm sure they'll enjoy them for what they are. A cheap budget handheld, which is more than good enough for its task. But like I say, I will be doing a video on it. We will go through it. We'll review it. We'll see how good it is. You might be surprised. So keep your eyes open. That video will be coming soon. But like I say, £6, that's not bad. And this comes with 500 games on it, which I think is pretty good. You can't grumble at that. Now, believe it or not, that's not the best thing on this video. The best thing on this video is this. Game Boy Color. And you're probably thinking, Lee, you don't own a Color? No, I don't actually. This is the only Game Boy that I don't own. Well, you could say I don't own a normal Advance. I've only got the Advance SP. You could also say I don't have a Game Boy Pocket, but I've got a Game Boy DMG. I don't need a Pocket. So, but anyway, why did I get this? 1, because I haven't got one. 2, because it is absolutely spotless, as you can see. And 3, because it was £20 in a charity shop. That's right, you heard me right, £20. We know how much these go for online. We know how much these go for on CEX. When you see it for £20 in this condition, you don't question it. You just buy it. And I did. So, yeah, really happy. And it works a treat. It's great. There's no leakage inside. There's no damage. And like I say, it's just great. It looks almost new. No marks on the screen. It's just perfect. So, £20, no-brainer. I grabbed it. And this is definitely my best find this month, without a doubt. You can't moan at that. There's just no beating it. £20 for a Game Boy Color, it's a bargain. So yeah, so that's this month's pickups, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this this video. I know there's been a little bit of chopping around because of the bloody dog barking, etc. But let me know anything you picked up this month. And also, let me know what you think was my best deal I got here. Because I did have a few deals, but personally, I think this was my best deal. But let me know in the comments below. And until next time, guys, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.